So this story is about Boys to Men. They were playing, I guess at the Spectrum, and they told me to come down to the show. They wanted me to be backstage, and I said okay. So I went down. They said, just go to the back, entrance, and they didn't put my name on the on the list to get in. So there's no will call tickets, nothing for me to get in. So I'm just standing there. And I'm going, I hope one of these guys drive by. And then the limousine drives up and they stopped and they were like, all the boys were in there like, George, what are you doing? I go, I can't get in. You guys didn't put me on the list. He said, get in the car. So they drove me the rest of the way in. So I went in there and so I was backstage and I met this is when Boyz II Men was, they were playing with Brandy and Babyface. And everybody had their own dressing rooms and that. And I was just out there and security was cool and everything. But I met some of the other guys that worked for the other bands. And it really, you don't get respect from anybody until they kind of find out how much work you've done. And you don't do this on purpose, but you got to. It's the name dropping and what you're working on and what you do. And at a certain point, you hit that threshold and go, okay, this guy's cool. And you're in and you talk to them and that's fine. So I hit that threshold. It's cool with the other members in the back there, and everybody was treating me fine. And then I get someone tells me that Sean wants to talk to me. Sean Stockman wants to talk to me. And I said, all right. So they take me over. They say he's in that dressing room. So I go to the dressing room. And Sean opens up the door, and Sean's right there in front of me. He's about 2 feet from me. And he's talking to me. And a security guard, this big guy, he looked like, the mall police. He gets right in between me and Sean. And he says, who are you? I go, I told him my name. And he said, why are you talking to Sean? I said, he's right behind you. I mean, why don't you ask Sean why he wants to talk to me? He wants to talk to me. He said, well, I got to make sure everything is cool and there's no problems here. And I just had to say to Sean, is it cool that I talk to you? And he said, yeah, it's cool. And he said, well, could you tell this guy that it's okay for me to talk to you? And he said, yeah, it's okay. You can go away. George can talk to me. I was like, oh my God. It's like the egos backstage is incredible. So the story of this is you when you're backstage, the egos are flying, and you just got to be very careful, who you talk to, and you have to kind of show your credentials for people to leave you be. So that's my Boyz II Men story. So I thought it was funny. They had to bring me in, and then once I was in, getting treated that way, but everything was fine in the end.